First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the New Orleans Saints. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Smith goes underneath for Sproles. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. DeForest Buckner. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tough roll that they can fall back on anymore.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Foles. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And that's exactly why the Ravens drafted him, added him to their stable after drafting Hayden Hurst in the 1st round. A second tight end who can catch the football. He looks like a guy who's going to line up on the line of scrimmage and mash you in the running game as a blocker. But his best attributes, splitting out, catching the football almost as an extra wide receiver.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And his kick is right through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This man was a Saint for 3 years. It's Darren Sproles. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. I think probably just trying to draw them off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Benjamin. Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. Touchdown, New Orleans. Travis Benjamin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Browns getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Toss play to Sproles. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Finding some room in midfield. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Out to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And he'll go down at the 28. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Smith steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Flat. Great. Go.
Foles. They'll get this into the hands of Deon Cain. Touchdown, New Orleans! Deon Cain, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington. And it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Smith. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. It's complete to Grant. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing again is Smith. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Again, Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Zebra. Great. Water. I got it.
Here's Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Flat.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Hey, goal. Sound goal. Great.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Smith again. Forced out to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Take it at the 37. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a hit and Foles loses the football. It's out. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Go. 6.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He dumps it to Hyde. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Sound good.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Out to the flat for Hyde. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Hey, goal. Sound goal.
Back to throw here. And he'll find the open man on the right side. It's Kane. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Mack. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints add on to their lead. Now McManus for the extra point. McManus's point after is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The final shot here before break. Smith being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And his throw here's incomplete. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Staying on the ground with Mack. And some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Foles. Looking deep for Gabriel. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Mack. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get.
And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Andrews with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are pouring it on. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
12. Let's go. 15.
The drive begins with a handoff to West. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right back to him on 1st down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
On.
They'll try the air now with Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
52. 35.
3rd and long, it's Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Go.
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly
That
clear
is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Andrews. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Foles. Flush to his right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Go. Great. Let's go. Hey, switch.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Great.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Great.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints just continue to roll. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Smith on first down. Goes underneath for Henry. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, gold. Sound gold. Sound gold. 6.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He's going to go up top for the end. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deon Cain, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are pouring it on. McManus's point after is good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A toss to the scat back. This is Darren Sproles. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side on target to Cain, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He got 29 yards that time. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Foles. Escaping the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Great. Cadence gold. 6.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Great.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Wake able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tempo. Flat.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working